Hello you guys, this is Fun Automotive and I'm just out here cruising around and shit, not doing much, just enjoying myself. It just got done raining, it was flung pretty hard out here. There's not really any mud, but this video is strictly to tell you guys and to show you, so I don't have to tell you videos down to my old videos exactly what suspension that I used and everything. So this is just going to be an update of all of that suspension and exactly how it's been doing for the Bilstein and the OME and the stock JKU rear shocks and springs. Now I'm using Pro Comp JKUs in the rear, so they're not stock, but the springs are completely stock. Supposedly they're for a better model of the JKU. They're meant for towing, so that's what I was told. So they're a little stiffer than regular ones, but I don't know. But they're doing good and they don't sag, so let's get to that video right now. Alright you guys, let's get started on the rear right now. On the rear, as I said, let me flip this camera around for you. Okay, on the rear, as I stated before, it has JKU rear springs, and those up there are the Pro Comps from the JKU. Let me get a better look at it from the side. Alright, there's the Pro Comps right there. It bolted right on, no issues at all. The spring I had to trim just a tiny bit off the top just to get it to fit. But that was it, nothing much. Just take a grinder to it, take about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and you're good to go. But it bolts right up, directly to it, just as it should. And obviously the other side is going to be the same, but I will show you. Pro Comp, as you can see. There's a spring back there. All bolted up and good to go. Let me get the back. There's a spring right there. I can't tell if I'm recording it because the reflection in the ground, but that's it. I've got 2 isolators under it. I've got 2 isolators underneath the rear spring right now. Just 2 isolators underneath that, and then one, I think it's a 1 or 2 inch spacer. I think it's a 2 inch spacer. I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's a 2 inch spacer under there. I can't even remember my own lift. It's a 2 inch spacer with the JKU springs, 2 isolators underneath that spring on top of that spacer to give it a little push up, a little bump up, because it was sagging a tiny bit. So let's get started on this front and I'll show you some more on that. Alright, so on the front, oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you guys, the headlights have been replaced. I don't know if you've seen that video, quite a ways down. These are from eBay, headlights and fog lights, and they haven't clouded up or nothing this whole time. And I don't have a garage. I don't keep the car out in the garage. It's outside all day long, all day, every day, especially through these miserable summers here. But let's see. Let's go to this side. All right, there's the spring and the shock. And as sand's getting in my mouth. As you saw in my other video, you know about that spacer on the upper control arm. All is well on that. And as well, all is well on the spring and shock. Again, I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, but they're all doing great. No issues whatsoever. Not with the rack and pinion, axle, spring, shock, upper control arm spacer, tie rod ends, which I just replaced like a few months ago. And the end links on the sway bar, everything's good and gravy. Everything's been keeping up, and the end links and the tie rod ends are all eBay. Yeah, that spring is an OME. I will put all the links down below for the spacer on the upper control arm. Again, I will put the link for the spring, because everybody's been asking me what lift I'm running, and this is it. This is the spring, it's OME. I will put the exact link down below so you can order it. And the Bilstein 50B51 or something like that. I'll put the link for that as well, so you guys can get the exact parts and part numbers, so you guys can order that down in the description. I'll make sure it'll be easy for you guys just to click on and go straight to the website and be able to order that. And obviously the other side is going to be the same. Let me just show you guys on that. So, it's my daughter. This is the other side. Again, all is well. All is well. That axle does look a little bit, well, a good bit at an angle, but I have no issues. I don't bind or anything. So, but yeah, well, mostly because I'm on this hill too, but that's all it right there. I will have the link in the description for the springs, for the shocks, for the upper control arm spacer. You know where to get the upper control arms from. JBA. I've said that many times. JBA upper control arms. That's where you'll get those. And those of you that want to know about this setup, you don't have to go with the JKU in the rear, the stock spring. You can go with any other ones you want. I just chose to do that for price reasons. Couldn't afford an actual rear spring lift. I will in the future though. This is temp, but shit, it works well. Oh, I take that back. I got one isolator on the top and one on the bottom. Two on the bottom, one on the top. Two on the bottom, one on the top. It was hard to see. But yeah, you can just go on eBay or Amazon and get lifted springs, extended springs on Amazon or eBay. They're quite cheap. They're not that expensive. And then the shock, Pro Comp shocks, you can go to eBay and Amazon for that. Just type it in for the Jeep Liberty. You can say JKU, but it's preferred just if you're going to get any shocks, just go ahead and get them for the Jeep Liberty. And the springs, you can get those for the JKU, or you could just get some for the Jeep Liberty. It don't make no issue, no matter. You'll have to do a little bit of fabbing for the Liberty springs if you get the JKU for it. So, you know, just to make it easier, just get all Jeep Liberty set up for the rear. But this is just what I did myself on all the springs and stuff. I wanted to experiment and see exactly what I could do with the JKU springs, because my dad just put a lift on his Jeep Wrangler, you know, 37s and shit, and he had these sitting around, so I decided I'm just going to use them. They look like they'll bolt right on, and sure enough they did. And the springs, small bit of trimming on the top, that's all I had to do, small bit of trimming. But I hope you guys really liked my video. This is for the people out there that want to know exactly what lift I am running and how exactly it's doing. I hope you guys are content with it, and I've said all the right information for you guys that you guys wanted to. So if you can, please like and subscribe. And I have a Facebook group as well on Facebook. It's called Jeep Liberty KJ Fans on Facebook. Go ahead and join that. It's got 7.7 thousand members on it. You go ahead and join that, post up your Jeep, and let's see what you got. And I got one on Instagram, Jeeping by All Worldwide, if you want to check that out as well. And of course this channel, Fun and Automotive. So subscribe, you guys, help me out, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye. But yeah, you guys, I really hope you liked my video. Yeah, I can't see anything because of that sun.